Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome, Team Elevate Your Roots team call. It is already the 19th of May, which is wild. So do you guys have any shout outs or anything that you want to say before we get started? I was just saying that Summit is going to be virtual, which is really cool just because I'm excited to not like skip over the event altogether. We're still going to get all those trainings and everything, which is going to be really cool. That's exciting. It's totally my jam to not have to like travel or leave the house, so I'm totally okay with it. That, and then I also wanted to say that if you didn't watch the coffee chat live video earlier from Colleen, I definitely recommend watching that because it was a really, really good one, and one that I don't think that, especially if you're a newer coach, that you should skip out on, because that was a really good video. So that's all I wanted to say. Chrissy just hit Success Club 2. Congrats. Brittany's just got in a car accident today, so if you guys could send her all the love. She is pretty beat up.
I'm okay though.
Yes, she's okay. She's on here, so she's alive. But okay, so I'm just gonna go into what I had to say really fast, and then I'm gonna let Kiana take over. So, I was talking to Brittany the other day about, maybe it's on, I think it's on my computer, about how we like stay connected with all of our customers and coaches and where to put who, because if you guys are running your own wellness page or you are a part of somebody else's wellness page like ours, Elevate Your Roots, you know that we are really like, I really pride Elevate Your Roots, and I know the other coaches do too, on the vibe that we have in there. And so sometimes you will be approached by somebody who maybe is not the same vibe that you want to have in your group, but you don't want to have to tell them no. I have been approached by people that are like maybe family members that I just don't feel comfortable having in Elevate Your Roots because I share so much in there. Or maybe I've been approached by people that just are not the same vibe as us, and maybe they bring just not the same vibe, you know. And so I've had people ask me, where do I put these people if I don't feel like I want them in Elevate Your Roots? Because it's really, really important for us to feel comfortable in our community to be able to share the behind the scenes stuff. And if you have people in there that are not making you feel comfortable doing that, then it kind of like defeats the whole purpose of sharing your behind the scenes journey. So she asked me, how do you check in with people and where do I put who? Because Brittany had someone that she wanted to help, but she wasn't sure that they would vibe well in our specific group. So I wanted to share just really fast, especially for you guys that are just starting, but anybody, I think that this is going to be super helpful. But first tip that I have for you guys is keep track of everybody's emails, because if you're using Streak or some sort of like email service or whatever, it's going to make your life so much easier. Because I have I have like 768 customers and coaches all together in my like customers list. And so if I were to have to go and check in with every single one of those people, it would take me literally forever. Plus I would be drained. Plus there's people in there there's like people in my customers list that are like leads that I don't really know, or they're men and I don't work with men. So I put all of those people, everybody, all my customers in an email list, and I check in with them every quarter. And the reason for this, every quarter, meaning every 3 months. So Beachbody is ran what we do. It's not just us. It's, I think, all businesses. I don't really know. But I know that we do quarterly. That's why we have super weekends every quarter, because that's when we are checking in and we are getting the new launches and all the new updates. And so I use that super weekend to send out an email to everybody on my customers list and my coach list that says, hey, I'm just letting you know, hey, I'm still here for you. My email is totally open if you have any questions at all. I'm here to help you with your exercise, your fitness, your nutrition, your personal development, and to give you any sort of support and accountability. If you need something from me, let me know, but this is how you're going to access me. I'm not the type that's going to reach out to you every single day. I've had girls ask me to check in with them for the first week, and I will give them that week. Hi, Carter. I'll give them that week, but I personally will not go longer than the week because I'm not a trainer. And if 700 people were to ask me to do that, I wouldn't have my own life. So that's how I check in with everybody every single quarter. So that's how you can make sure that you're not missing anybody, because you're putting everybody in an emails list, sending them all the same email and letting them know, hey, this is how I work. This is what I have to offer you as far as help. And this is where you can access me through my email. Or I also give them my cell phone number and I say, you can text me. If you call me, I literally won't answer. Or you can add yourself into the BOD group. So Chrissy is like balling out on the BODs group, right? On our BOD group right now. And so if you have these people that are like, they are signing up and they're not maybe Elevate Your Roots vibe or whatever, put them in our BOD group, because that gives them the accountability and they're still going to get the support. But Facebook is just so much more personal, and we have just women in Elevate Your Roots and we share a lot of personal stuff. So it kind of separates the accountability and the support with accountability, support, and that like tight knit girl gang type vibe that we have. So just choose wisely where you want your people, whether it's in your Facebook group or in your BOD group or both. And try to just keep it in the back of your mind. If you're not there that yet, totally fine. I'm 5 years in and I'm just now like finishing up my emails list. And so if you're not there, that's fine. But just keep it in the back of your head that if you do want to have a successful business where you feel like you're not missing people and you want to feel like you're checking in with all your people, like that makes me feel good. And I just want them to know, hey, if you need me, here I am. Email lists are going to be the way to go. It's going to be so simple to just check in with them. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Use the quarterly, we have our super weekend events. So use that if you want to. I personally use that as a time to just reset, to check in with everyone, and to really decide where I want my people to go. So something else too, if you have someone who you put into your group and like I said, the vibe is just not right, you still have the BOD group. So just don't feel like you don't have somewhere to put your people if they're not Facebook vibe worthy or whatever you want to say. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to share with you guys where I put my people, how I check in with them, and how I just make sure that everyone is getting the support that they specifically need without like messing with our jam. So Carter, you look so cute in glasses. Okay, Kiana's gone. Cool, I'm gonna let her take over. Whenever she's back, she's gonna share about pictures and poses, and I'm like super stoked to hear about that. We are such a social media based team, which is really exciting because like Colleen was saying earlier, once you kind of build that momentum up, you're going to rely a lot on your social media posts. And so this is the start for that. So like what's the word? Attraction marketing. And that's what Kiana is really good at. So
okay, sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
no, you're good. No rush.
When you were like, oh, Kiana's gone, it literally reminded me about reggae.
Oh my.
Okay, anyways, hi everybody. I'm gonna see if you can still hear me when I have headphones in. Can you hear me still?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so let me see notes so that I wouldn't talk forever. I don't want to pick up like too much of your night. Thank you for being here. So I wrote down like 7 things, and it's funny because I just wrote them down and I didn't like think about how many steps it was, but 7 is my favorite number. So I felt like it was everything I needed to say in my favorite number. So I feel really good about it to share with you guys. Literally are all capable of taking them out. So like, I know that it's weird, but we literally are doing attraction marketing, which means like when somebody scrolls
Wait,
on
Kiana,
the
hold on.
internet, you do it, I do it, we all do it. We stop at the picture. So it's not necessarily the words, but it's mostly the picture. And then it's the okay.
The mountain life. Oh, that's what Colleen said
Is
earlier.
it better if I'm in here?
Yes. I mean, I can hear you out now. Yeah, you do really good when you're right there.
I know, it's just like right in the epicenter of my whole living room, but that's okay. This is real life, all right? We're in real life. So, did you hear anything that I said or not really anything?
Yes, attraction marketing, and we stop at the picture.
Yes, okay, so like be strategic when you are posting a picture with like certain words. And then I come up with like these affirmations all the time in my head, but I made one that you guys can either use or make up your own. But it's I'm open to creative solutions for taking beautiful magnetic photos. And if that doesn't speak to you, like totally okay. You can find words that feel right for you. But I like that one for me. And then my third tip is basically people want to see us living. They want to see us out in nature and with our friends and family, like actually living life. Like it's like, I know it sounds weird, but like people don't necessarily want to see you in the same room, like in your house, like over and over. Like they want to see some different shit so that they know that like this is real. Like, and I know for those of you who are new, like you may not even know how much your life is about to change, but like it's crazy and like people want to see you living. I don't know how else to explain it, so I hope that makes sense. But
can I
yeah,
say
so like get out.
wait, can I say
Yeah.
something? You just reminded me. Because I'm really bad about that. I don't leave the house. So my pictures are like all in the same window, like the same spot. And Colleen actually said the other day, think about as if, because for some reason being from like such a small town, I'm like, everyone knows like where I'm from and like what it looks like and they see it every day. And so she was like, think about, because when we start this, usually we make like good friends through Zoom that are in like different states. And so the other day I was driving home and Colleen said this and she was like, think about if one of your really good friends that has never been to your house before but lives in a completely different state, like wanted to see your life and what your hometown looks like and what like your area looks like and what your parks look like and what does it look like outside your house and the trees and all of those different things. And so I like experimented and I just did this little video of me driving home and I sent it to Chrissy and she was like, oh my God, I've never seen trees like that before. Like the roads are so curvy there and just like things that I see every day. And so I was like, oh my God, my people are from like Nebraska and like all these states where it's like flat. They don't have big mountains with like forests and you know what I mean? And so that you just reminded me of that. That's something that I have been implementing also is I've been thinking to myself, how can I show my friends my world outside of my living room? And it just makes it more exciting because I'm not just like, how can I show social media? I like get excited to be like, Chrissy, come to my house and look at it, because she's never been here, you know? So anyways.
Yeah, I freaking love that. Colleen has such good analogies, like forever. I love her. Um, but yeah, like, yeah, people, it's exciting to see people do things. Like, you know, like you watch the Kardashians or whatever you watch, and they're like out doing shit, like eating, doing their thing. And like we watch that. People watch that shit. They want to watch you. You're like a little TV show for them, basically. But yeah, I was, hold on. Here, buddy.
It's funny you said that because I literally went down to LA and like all these places that I had seen in the Kardashians. I was like, Kardashians eat dinner there. I know they eat dinner there. The Kardashians go there. It's so funny. Yeah. Before this call, Kiana's like, we're just going to bounce back and forth off of each other. And it's happening. You were right.
I know things. So yeah, like it's honestly, if you are like Haley and you're like, oh, I really don't leave my house that much, like, and you don't really have that motivation too, it's really a blessing in disguise because you do get to live your life and it forces you to like actually go out there. And I'm not going to say like do it for the gram, but like kind of do it for the pic and like do it to live because that's what's going to make you feel good. Being outside is really fucking good for you. So you should definitely do more of that if you're feeling like not creative, especially in your posts or like even just with your own journey. Like if you don't feel inspired, definitely go outside more and it will like make things turn in your head. Oh, I was also going to add, when you take a picture, like when you're taking pictures somewhere, say like a lot of the time I have Andrew take pictures of me when we're at the beach. Or like I brought my tripod to the river the other day when I went with Heather. And it's important to take your picture and then like be present. Like don't just take the picture and then like be obsessed with looking at it right then and there. You can look at it later. You can make sure like, okay, this is going to work. But like be in the present moment after that. Because like I said, we are practicing like being present. And then tip 5. Oh, I already said that. Nobody wants to see you in your house all day, every day. Tip 6 is if you are a mom with like little babies who still want you to hold them all the time, find like, okay, so what I like to do is if Zeke is asleep, I'll crack my window and I'll go right outside the window and I'll take pictures of myself. So like if he cries, like I'll hear it. But it's a way for me to get pictures by myself still. Because I found in the beginning of being a mom, every single picture on my Instagram and Facebook was me holding Zeke. And that's fine. But for cohesive and like, you know, you want your Instagram to look a certain way, like it was too much of Zeke. So I started taking more pictures by myself again. And I post pictures of him by himself a lot too, because I still want to like show him off because I love him so much. But yeah, so like, make the time. If your husband can watch your baby for 10 minutes, you can get in like quite a few pictures and you can even like run inside, change your outfit really fast and then run, you know, back out. That's what I do a lot. Or if Latham's here, if you're an older kid, let them play together. Just put them on the grass. They're good. I'm sure you've heard this before, but maybe not. So when you're taking pictures, you want to do pictures that are like of your face, right? So like right now, this is my face. And then you want to do pictures that are full body. Let me pull this out of my crotch so it's not camel toed. So this is like full body, right? Full body. And then you want to do waist up. So like this. Waist up. I'm kind of like...
Work it.
And then landscape. I say landscape because like maybe you see a cool mural or the forest or the beach. It's going to be little you with the landscape in the back, and it's going to give your Instagram and your Facebook page like a whole, like it's like from every perspective, you know. So it's going to give it a cohesiveness. And you can just like find what works for you and kind of rotate those like positions, poses and stuff, so that it'll look like, you know, fluid on your page. Okay, my last tip is, so like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you a backstory before I tell you this last tip. So like, this is like really weird because I don't really ever talk about it, but I used to do webcamming, and mostly what I loved was like being able to like do my makeup and like put on lipstick and do my hair and like put on cute clothes, because like that was fun for me. Like doing that, I'm not saying like I'm proud of what I did, but I am saying I've learned from it, and I've learned like I like getting dressed up, but like now it's my job to get dressed up and take pictures, and like I get paid for it, and it's in like a healthy way that makes me feel good, and like it benefits my boyfriend and my kids and my family and like literally everybody around me. So like get dressed up if that's your thing. Like, and if it's not your thing, like maybe you need to like experiment with some different clothes and like find what you like and what works for you. I know Haley was literally, and probably still is, in the midst of refiguring out you and like what you want to wear, what you like, what's your style. And you can do your makeup if you want. Like, I am by no means a makeup expert. Like, I literally only do mascara half the time. I never put like foundation and all that stuff. Like, I don't know how to do that. But do like a lipstick. Go to, when the store's open, you know, it's kind of an essential for your business. Go to the store and look at the different color lipsticks and see which one like vibes with who you are. And then if you have the extra money, like I say, do it, because you'd be surprised. Like, even like experiment it. Like, you'd be surprised how many people get drawn in by that. So, and it's fun. Like, it's really fun. Glasses, hats, necklaces or jewelry, like all of that stuff, scarves, you can do whatever you want, but like it's really fun to like get dressed up. And I think that the more fun we have with it, the more easier it will be. Harley, that's a cute picture of you. I really like that, with your hair down and your glasses. Yeah, so that's what I have for you guys. That's it. Any questions or comments?
Wait, I don't know if you answered this already. How do you know how to pose? Chrissy said, how do you know how to pose? I never know what to do with my hands and my face, or even how to stand, and then I freak out just before it clicks.
Okay, well, first of all, you should invest in that little clicker. I don't remember how much it is because I got it so long ago, but it's like an Alaska clicker. Oh, you have one? Okay. That helps me because I used to look like not how I wanted to look when I would use the timer. But I don't know. Okay, so how do I know how to pose? Gosh, I never thought about that. But I can just show you what I do if you want to see.
Yes.
Okay. So, if I'm gonna do a face one, if I'm gonna do a face one, I like my hair down for it usually because of the like frame that it's in, and it kind of elongates and it like fills up the space, so you're not just like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna go there. But so basically, like, I do kind of like side ones. You can kind of like do something fun, put your hair up or like whatever. And then like if you're gonna do like a full body one, just like, I don't know, man, you got to feel confident. Maybe like meditate before or something, but you just like kind of just move your body.
She just does it. She just stands up and starts posing. She's just like, Think of that in your head too, like, Like, maybe, you know, and like when I would use my clicker, Kiana does this with her poses. Like when you use the clicker, like click it and just like snap like each pose, because you never know. Like you you might feel, okay, what I noticed is all the poses that I like with my eye, like that look good in my pictures, I feel like an awkward ostrich sloth, like weirdo, like doing weird things with my, like, and I watch a lot of American, or what's that show with all the models, you know what I'm talking about? And they're always doing like really weird things with like their shoulders. Yes, America's Next Top Model. And so like that's what Kiana does. She just stands up and like does things with her shoulders and her hips and her hands, and like you're gonna feel awkward. It's going to feel awkward. Oh, cool. Sarah said there's an awesome posing tutorial that Candace shared in Dreamcorp. It really helped me. Sweet. I didn't see that. So if you look up,
I remember
if you just look up posing tutorial in Dreamcorp, I'm sure it'll pop right up. Cool. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, there's like tons of posing tutorials, I think, like just like in general too. But that's awesome that Candace did one. I remember them sharing something about that, like how you should be like taking up like the screen. Like if you're like sitting on the steps, you don't want to just be like, I'm on the step. You want to be like, like I'm on the step, like, and fucking do some shit with the legs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like. Oh my god, yeah. So so just have fun with it. I know they say use your front camera to take pictures, but I always use my selfie camera because it's easier for me to like see where I'm at in the frame for one, and also like see what it looks like before I take it. Because I've tried both, and it's very hard for me to get a good picture when somebody's not there to be like, oh, you're in the right frame. So yeah, and definitely portrait mode too. Yes, yeah. Wiping your lenses is huge. Always. Yeah.
Before you take your picture, wipe your lens with your shirt or something. Wipe it, because usually there's like finger marks, or like when you put your phone up to your face, your cheek oil, so it'll like stick with it, and then it'll make it all blurry. And I just wanted to say, you were cutting out in the beginning, but attraction marketing is really big in this stuff. It's so much fun to, oh shit, sorry. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I thought you were making fun of me because I spelled it wrong. That's funny. Yeah, Cody will tell everybody, Candace's husband, will tell the girls to wipe their lenses. Or James was taking our picture on the cruise. Do we remember that? And Cody was the one who was like, wipe your lens. But, that's funny. Attraction marketing. So it's really fun because you get to really know your body. You get to like do all these different creative things as far as poses and taking pictures and doing like different backgrounds and stuff like that. But just remember that like this stuff is important, because Kiana was saying in the beginning that if you turn it inward and ask yourself, what attracts me to the people I'm attracted to on social media, most of the time it's because their pictures are what attracted your eye first, and that's what brought your eye to their story, which is what, those words in their story is what makes you want to actually read the rest of it. And so it's fun and everything, but this is like stuff that you get to do for work, which is really fun. And it is important, like you will have coaches on here, and I still have coaches that I work with that are like 4 years in and still think that photos are not that big of a deal. And it is a big deal when you're working on social media, because right now I'll share something with you guys that I learned from 6ix9ine and Donald Trump, that right now you don't have to have the skills to be successful. All you have to do is have the confidence to put yourself out there and to catch the eye of your peers. So like when you guys signed up to be a health and fitness coach, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I can't speak for you, but I did not know anything about health and fitness, yet I still have been able to succeed as a health and fitness coach. And the reason is because I know social media and attraction marketing. And so I know how to put myself out there in a way where people say, oh, I want to read her story. And so you don't have to be a health and fitness guru. You have to be so invested in being creative and figuring out who are you and what is your brand and how are you going to share that with the world in a way that's going to get you out there. Because you can be sharing your story with the same 10 people, it's going to get you nowhere. You can know all the nutrition, all the fitness, you can know every Beachbody program, but if you're not getting yourself out there with your pictures and sharing your story and building your audience, you have to be friend requesting and finding the people, you're literally going to be speaking to nobody. It's going to all be pointless. And so I just wanted to remind you guys of that. Like, we live in this really weird time where you can get elected president because you tweet and you're more popular on social media. You can turn into this big famous rapper dude and be literally like the biggest minority ever, like a gay supporting Mexican who grew up in a black neighborhood. You don't have to be skilled. You have to be good at putting yourself out there and finding your people. So Kiana's so good at doing this, and she, I don't know if you guys have been around, she has been transforming just this last like 6 months, even from like this person that like, you know, she's like Kiana, she was just Kiana, like being planted, where now she's blooming and becoming so much more confident, and you can see it in her photos. So like it shows in your pictures. So if you're asking yourself, like, I don't know where to start by asking yourself, how can I take a picture that's going to make me feel confident about myself? So just start there, because the confidence is what is going to shine through, and the poses and the lighting and all of that will come with it. So,
yes, can I add something? Like, okay. Don't go away. Don't go away. What was I gonna fucking say? Okay, oh yeah. Colleen posted a Brennan Burchard quote the other day. It was like, you don't have to make a masterpiece every day, but you have to get your paintbrush, like oil on the canvas. So I think that's literally what Haley was just saying, is like, just, it doesn't have to be like, you know, perfect, and you don't have to be perfect, just basically keep showing up. So, and I will tell you, my pictures when I first started coaching in 2016, they were not what they are today. So don't be fooled. This is all learned every day to every month to every year you do this. Like, you literally grow through it all, if you're smart, which you all are. So
yeah, which, like, that's why Colleen was saying earlier that you have to go through these failures. You have to go through this like really awkward transition of like learning how to find your brand on social media. And it's going to be, I know, Christy, you are like super scared of putting yourself out there on social media. And it's kind of like you have to make the decision between, do I want to not do that and not take this route? Or do I want to push through that fear and find, like, you're going to have to go through that really awkward phase. It's going to be really awkward and feel uncomfortable. That thing you fear, that feeling you fear, you're going to feel it, but you're going to move forward, and you're going to reach your goals as far as like building confidence and a business and whatever your goals are. And so, yeah, it's like you have the choice between not doing it or pushing through and feeling those feelings and being really awkward and uncomfortable. Like Kiana said, like, you guys should have seen my first pictures also, which I showed you guys some of them on our call a few weeks ago. I did a lot with my Shakeology cup too, and it said Shakeology straight down the side. It was like, yep, exactly. I think we've all done the Shakeology cup picture. If you're gonna do your Shakio cup, just turn it so it doesn't say Shakeology down the side. That's another little tip, is like, I think, yeah, you guys know that. You don't want like,
or just, I'm sorry, or just like hold it down by your side. Like, if it's a long body shot, like have your shake in a pretty cup and have it down by your side instead of pressing it against your cheek tenderly, like you're about to make out with your Shakeology cup.
yeah, if you guys need any ideas as far as like poses also, Sarah is really, really good at it too. Sarah has the most beautiful pictures. So
Can I Can I add something super fast? I just happened to go and check Dreamcorp page, looking for like the poses stuff you guys were talking about. And I'm not quite sure if it's exactly what you were mentioning, but if you go to the units, Unit 9 is about social media and photo and video. So there's like seems to be a few good posts in there if anybody wants to check that out. I kind of just scrolled through it. There might be some other stuff, but that's what I found so far.
Sweet, thank you. Colleen has those units laid out so beautifully. Cool. Well, do you guys have any more questions for Kiana? No. Alrighty. Well, we are right on time. So thank you guys so much for showing up, and just get out there, get out there and be you and share your brand and be creative. I'll be watching for your pictures and I'm really excited. Oh, one little tip too, and I know you guys know this, but just make sure you're facing like natural lighting. Don't face away from your windows. Okay. Face towards the light. All right. Thank you guys for hopping on, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks, Kiana. You the bomb.